On the day that the SuperGroup, the company that owns the Betway and Spin online gambling companies, went live on the New York Stock Exchange, PlayUSA was able to interview executives Richard Hasson and John Collins. Here's our interview.
Look, I think the big moments has been a build-up over the last 20 years. You know, it's milestone after milestone. It's brick by brick building the business across the globe. Of course, now as a listed business, it's putting together the work of thousands of people over many years. And, you know, today is one day, but today is perhaps the end of one chapter, but definitely the beginning of a very, very exciting chapter ahead. Long term, continue executing on our strategy. And yeah, perhaps with a brand new platform, being a publicly traded business, but continuing doing what we have been doing, and the teams around the world helping build the global business.
You know, having spent now 9 months with Richard and Neil, and really gotten to know them and their business, that's been great. But being here today with them and their colleagues at SuperGroup, who many have been together for 10, 15, 20 years, and have built this into, you know, nearly a $5 billion company. It's a very humbling experience, and it's a real privilege to be here and to be part of it. I've been to the New York Stock Exchange before, and I actually, when I worked at the NFL and the NHL, you'd come in and kind of ring the bell, but it never really had that emotion as it does watching, you know, guys who, you know, now are seeing the culmination of a lifetime of work, but still ready to, you know, keep the throttle down for the next 20 years. It's really cool.
So Neil, our CEO, rang the bell for the opening of the market. I think we perhaps get a token medallion. Everyone who was here today, exciting milestone. I say one of many, but a really exciting milestone. And it's one that's going to kickstart into the next chapter. Really, really exciting.
They do it well though. They have a webcast that goes live that every employee in how many markets are you guys?
17 countries around the world.
17 countries, 4,000 employees have a chance to, you know, not everyone can be here. Certainly with COVID, you're severely restricted. So everybody can be here without actually being here. Very cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, like I say, we have access now to the public equity markets. But, you know, as we've done for the last 20 years, and it's continuing to build the business, say market by market, milestone by milestone, continued improvements of the product, continuing understanding of our customers through data. It will be, you know, a number more markets being launched, a number of improvements to existing markets, and effectively continuing to execute on the strategy, the strategy that's got us here today, and the strategy that's going to continue having us build the business over the long term into the future. I think that the NHL partnership, there was one with the Stanley Cup. There's also a number of team partnerships, and those form part of a portfolio of over 65 brand partnerships around the world. You know, where Betway is really unique is that it's a single brand across the world. So it's one sports brand regardless of which market, and of course it's operating in many, many markets. And when you look at those 65 partnerships, or more than 65 now, that's across numerous sports and numerous esports. Of course, the NHL is one, but there's NBA, there's soccer or football, there's tennis, there's esports. There's numerous different partnerships around the world. And that really has helped build the global brand that Betway is today. Of course, branding is just one part of the marketing spend. It's supported by numerous other channels. We have of course, a multi-channel, very coherent, very data-driven marketing strategy, and the brand is of course a key part of that. For us, I think, you know, we were one of the first movers in esports a number of years ago. We have a really, really strong product and a really incredible team, esports-focused team. And for us, you know, we have in a month, you know, up to around 3 million customers, and for us, it's being able to give each customer around the world exactly what they're looking for. You know, this business is not about one market. It's not about one sport, as an example. But esports, it's a part of the portfolio. It's definitely a growing part of the portfolio, and it's something which teams have been working on for years. And for us, I say it's another product, another offering that our customers like, and we'll, as we do with all our products, we'll continue to find ways to enhance the esports product as we continue to grow. Within the platform, we take a number of external content. So if it's data feeds, or if it's say casino content, let's say slots as an example, or table games. Of course, on the sportsbook where Genius fits in, we bring a lot of data into our product, and then is what we do with that data in terms of how we differentiate. Of course, we have our proprietary trading team within the business. They will take that data, and again, they'll use that data to provide customers with the types of markets, type of offering that they are looking for. We've been working with Genius for a number of years, and as you say, you saw the signing. We will continue to use their product. We focus on the globe. We hold licenses in 25 jurisdictions, and the history of this business is over 20 years on the gaming side and over 10 years on the sports betting side. And when you look at where the business stands today, we're roughly 50-50 split between the Betway offering and the Spin offering. And for me, we look at each market individually. Where we have an opportunity to have both Betway and Spin live, say regulation dependent, licenses dependent, then that's what we'll do. A casino customer or gaming customer is a very different customer to a sports betting customer. And again, if I go back to, as a business, what do we want to achieve? We want to achieve providing leading entertainment to the global sports betting and gaming audience. And for us, if there's an opportunity to present both and effectively have customers across both of those offerings, then that's what we'll do. As you said there when you started, today is a milestone. It's the culmination of many years, and of course, in this process since we met Eric and John, our role here as a business is to continue executing on the strategy, continue growing, and effectively providing value for our now public shareholder base. And that's what we'll look to do as we continue to expand and continue to execute.
I read that article, Brant. It was an interesting one, but I think it actually underscores some of the value that SuperGroup brings to the public market, because talked a lot about sort of these high flyer revenue companies where profitability was 5 or 10 years down the road. And I think that's really what the market, we've been at it since April. That's what the market has begun to understand about SuperGroup. They're global. They've got the casino as well as sports betting. They have the operational scale, the decades of experience, but they're high growth and they're in a high growth sector, but they're already profitable. So these guys are making money every single day, and that really is a differentiator in the whole gaming sector. And it's a differentiator from other companies that have gone public via SPAC. We've seen it in sort of the shareholder base. It is a lot of retail, a big international following, because the international guys know in many cases they know the story a little better, maybe even than some of the U.S. investors, and then some really long-term thinking institutionals. So it'll be. Look, I think long-term, as Richard says all the time, this is just the beginning. So we're not really focused on the next week or day of trading. It's more of a long-term play.
This is, as I said earlier, it really is the culmination of years and years of work of thousands of people. In an ideal world, we would have packed the building with the team from around the world. But this is about, it's about the teams. It's about the achievement of numerous milestones, 20 plus years. And for us, this is a long-term game. We'll be focused on delivery and effectively continuing doing what we have been doing up to this point. And yeah, in many ways, this is just the beginning.